All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Squidmar Community Mini of the Month podcast, where we look at the Discord community's best minis from last month. This time, we're looking at March. I'm Huskatron.
And I'm Snowdoody.
And we're going to jump right into it and take a look at what people were doing last month.
Yeah.
So, to start us off, we've got this wonderful miniature from Dennis. I really like the colors he chose for his Chaos Knights.
Oh yeah, it's so good. I also like the little raven.
Yes, and the
nice
freehanding Kislev is really nice too. But I'm very impressed with the way he did the metal. It looks so good, and considering he told me he doesn't take a whole bunch of time to work on each model.
He started doing those when we were in Umeå, and it was really interesting to see how quick they came together.
Mm-hmm. He's got his workflow ironed out really solid. But I love this miniature, and I'm a sucker for snow bases, so I love snow bases.
Do we know who picked these ones?
I don't think we do. We could probably look it up.
Yeah, I can quickly look it up. But yeah, it was definitely very nice to see him complete. Also, he completed his March of Armies this year.
Yes.
And that was great.
It was really cool. Next, we have another honorable mention from Timothy. We got C-3PO and R2-D2.
Oh, I love those.
I think did a great job with these.
Yeah, they're so tiny.
Yeah, and then the metal on C-3PO, they got the highlights really well done.
Yeah.
Looks like he's in a strong top light. So you have the real stark shadows on the legs, and that could be the light that he took the picture from, but I'm choosing to believe that that's painted that way.
Yeah.
But I really like that. And R2's got a lot of little details that he picked out. Just excellent work.
I know why I loved it. It's my pick.
Oh, this was your pick. Well, that explains it.
To be fair, this was a month ago.
And then your pick for Mini of the Week was Oathwood.
Yeah.
With this dog.
Yeah, I love that dog.
I love the atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's so dark and moody.
Yeah, but the little yellow flowers that pop and yeah.
Excellent work on this one.
Yeah, and you could see all like the fur and.
Hold on.
It was really good.
Are you hearing my pings?
No, I can hear a mouse.
Okay, because Dennis is pinging me now, and it's like, stop it. So yeah, I love this mini.
Yeah.
It's really, really excellent work. Next, we have 3 honorable mentions for this next week.
Yeah, that was from Lilith.
Mm-hmm. And then Annie got the Mini of the Week. So let's start with Axel's. Dennis may have to cut this one, depending on what YouTube's... or blur it. But I think the skin tone's excellent.
Yeah.
I really like the blood on the axe.
Yeah, that's a nice touch.
Really good work. And the tattoos. I think the tattoos are really well done.
That must have been such a good, training in skin tones and... Because she's pretty naked.
Very. There's a lot of skin on that model.
Yeah.
Next we have Dav T with this Pigman.
Oh yeah.
I'm assuming it's a Pigman.
I think so.
The color variation on the skin on this one, just you see the little bit of greens here and there, the oranges. It's almost I don't know if Dav gets inspiration from Craft World Studio.
I think he mentioned in his SquidCon
Okay.
class that he does, which is also on this YouTube channel. So
Oh, okay.
if you want to see how he does his thing with
Yeah, because
his
that's
very desaturated colors.
yeah, it's such a cool way to do like
Yeah.
skin tones because you get the purples and the greens and orange. It's just all over the place.
He also has like so many colors, but they don't feel overwhelming because they're so desaturated.
Yeah, and
And
they
it's just-
they kind of they imply like different subtle differences on the skin.
Yeah.
Right? Like you would have a normal person's skin has all kinds of crazy color variations all
Yeah.
over their body. So I think it's excellent. And then the way that all of those colors tie into the base as well.
Yeah.
I
Also,
really like
that mini has a lot of small details.
Very much. It's definitely in competition with some of the more detailed Games Workshop
Yeah.
models.
Oh, it's a Games Workshop model?
No,
I thought
it's
it was
not.
a.
It's I don't know what the manufacturer for this one
okay.
is, but some of the Games Workshop models have as much, if not more, little tiny details, depending on which army you get from. But I like that. I love the model and the paint.
Yeah.
It's all great. The metal looks
And he
really.
made a little spittle in his mouth,
Mhm.
I think.
Yeah, I wonder if he used Uhu glue for that.
Probably.
Probably. Next, we have Heresy Illithid with some of his orcs.
Yeah.
Did a really good job with those shields. I love his shields, and the basing is excellent.
Yeah, all the little shrooms and
He's
also they have a nice variety of bases
yeah.
as well.
yeah, they do. It's not like he took 2 or 3 bases and just
Yeah.
replicated them. He did an individual base for each guy, which is really cool. And he's told me before his favorite part about doing miniatures is the basing.
Yeah.
He likes painting the models, but he loves basing. So
I mean, I feel like with a lot of, especially army painters, that's where they get their creative juices flowing. It's the base work.
yeah, and then you get like his banner back
Oh yeah,
here
that's
as well.
that banner is
It's a
really
little
good.
out of focus, but that's okay. You can kind of still see some of
Yeah.
the freehanding that he did. And it's really, really good work. It's been great to see Corey's progress as well.
Yeah, and his excitement.
Yes, it's infectious.
Yeah, it really is.
And then we have our winner of that week, which so deserved.
Oh yes.
This model is excellent. The brightness of the face kind
Yeah.
of draws you to the face, and then that brings you over to the pink on the dragon. I think it's a dragon.
And something like that. And that cloth, like the see-through cloth, it's
Yeah.
so good.
So good. And then you've got, the shadow colors as well,
Yeah.
reflected on her and the dragon. It's such a good model. I like the details on the face, like the little ripples in
Yeah.
that lip. It's really, really
It's very
good.
subtle, but it does a lot of. Yeah, it works
it's
well.
High, it's high impact.
Yeah,
I like it a lot. Let's see. Then we have the next week. I don't know who did this one.
that was HMS of Jenkins.
Ah, okay. So Stefan.
Yeah,
And I mean the metal on
Yeah.
this NMM. You've got the Necron laying on the ground destroyed. All the freehand on this little shield.
that model must have taken so long to make.
Oh man, I can't imagine how long this thing took because it's just
Is
so
that a
many
whole
little.
skeleton on the shield?
Yeah. Well, no, not the entire. It's
Ah, okay, just the top.
just the top. It goes down to the waist. But still, that's so cool. And then you've got in this little hourglass. It looks like he's got
Oh yeah,
makes it look like
you
it's
made details there.
volumetric. It's so cool. And then the stubble. He's got stubble on the face
Yeah.
as well. So cool. I don't like painting Space Marines, but I like seeing them painted well. Next is Merkle S. This is more my jam. I love the Lizardman. But the variation on the scales is what
Yeah.
really just jumps out to me. And I don't know if they did that with contrast or if they did that with,
I think
specific.
maybe it's a bit of a mix.
Yeah, a little bit of both.
Because it looks like there's a bit of a yellowy green on the bottom parts.
Mm-hmm.
And also that base is, again, very, very
Absolutely
nice.
good. The
With a
snake.
little snake and everything.
I love the little snake. And I wouldn't have even noticed the snake if it wasn't bright pink.
Yeah.
But it's such a good choice of colors for the snake, too. It's excellent work here. I don't know if I have one of these models, but if I do, I might have to sit and paint one because this is really inspiring. I like the little, scratches on the front of the claws, too,
Oh, yeah.
to make it look like he's using them. It's a really
That's
cool
a nice
model.
detail. Something I would totally have forgotten to make.
Me too. On a model this big, it's really hard to pick out individual details
Yeah.
all over the place, right? So that's really cool.
I'm always
I like that.
impressed when people make these little choices that kind of makes the model feel lived in. Because I'm really bad at it. Like,
Yeah,
I just paint and then...
yeah, and it's also one of those things where the more you do it and the longer you spend on a model, the more
Yeah.
you can point those things
Yeah.
out. But then at a certain point, everything kind of blurs together as well.
It's a fine line between where you have to stop before it gets too much and
Mm-hmm.
it just make the whole thing busy.
Yeah,
That's a tricky
finding that
point.
balance.
Yeah.
Finding that balance is hard. And then this one is MASH 1435. Really, really like this set of models.
Yeah.
They're not called Treemen in Sigmar. I don't remember what they're Sylvaneth, right? I
I think so. From my very limited knowledge of Games Workshop, I think so.
I really like the different colors of wood and then
Yeah.
the green parts that kind of contrast the brown. And
Yeah,
the
also,
blades look
yeah.
really cool. Oh, I
And the
just
little
noticed
red
the skull.
shrooms on it. On
Yeah, the
front
red
one.
shrooms on the front, and then you've got the little skull in the back.
Yeah.
I really like that. These models
I
are
also
so
really
cool.
like the swords
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and the
I
color
like the
choice
way,
for it.
I like the way they did the white as kind of the highlight color.
Yeah, but also that it's not just silver, that it's kind of... It looks more magical, like
Mm-hmm.
a tree guy would have.
Yeah, they wouldn't have
Right.
metal weapons.
Yeah.
They would have more like maybe gemstones or magic.
Yeah, something
Right.
weird.
I like that a lot. And then the little detailing for the
Yeah.
markings.
Are they hand drawn on, or is it part of the model?
I think that's part of the model. It
yeah,
looks like it might be
kind of like
recessed.
indented. Yeah,
Yeah. But those are super cool.
very.
Like those a lot. And then we have, I think this was my week. The week of the 25th. No, it wasn't. I'm the next one after that. But the color choices on all of these, just so good.
Yeah,
The purple and the blue just draws your eye to every single model.
I don't think I've seen a lot of purple and blue color choices, and then with a snow base.
Yeah.
It's
It
usually
makes it
in
all
like
look really
some
cold.
kind of green area.
Yeah, and then this banner in the back here, that freehanding is so
Yeah.
cool. Oh, it's so neat. And then just there's little freehanding on the shields too.
Oh yeah, little stars.
Makes me want to paint Soul Blight Grave Lords. It's very, very cool work.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just constantly impressed with people painting armies because I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, I'm much more inclined to paint a single model.
Yeah.
And then, let's see, so we have Johan next. And for a paint scheme that is relatively simple, I think he made it very impactful. Like the choice of the
Yeah.
red and green,
Yeah, the
that
almost
contrast.
brownish red.
Yeah, and it
green.
looks like it's kind of reflected off of the ground too. So
Yeah.
it's a surface reflection, and then the metal on that sword, because I don't see very many people do the Eldar chain swords as metal like that.
Huh.
Usually they'll paint them similar color to like the guns that I've seen.
Yeah, okay.
But I like the choice there too, because it's a nice contrast.
Yeah. I just like that he really did like the green is almost like only the top highlight, but not really anything under that.
Yeah, because it's like a super dark forest green,
Yeah.
and then it highlights up to the really bright lime.
But even on the arms where it's like very reddish brown and then just the highlights are green. Like,
Yeah,
it
Really
makes a
cool
lot of
choice.
impact on such a small one.
Yeah, and then if you look at it from like tabletop distance too,
Yeah.
I bet it's really striking.
Oh yeah.
I like the choice. It looks like he did a little bit of pruning to the tufting as well, to make them not look completely even.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool too.
He's such a good painter.
We have so many good painters in the
I
Discord.
know. It's insane.
So many. And then the last one for this month is Max Dublo with
Oh
the
yeah.
Skelly Boys.
Those are some good Skelly boys.
Oh yeah, I really like the shading between the bones,
Yeah.
and the choice of sand, like that reddish sand for the bases, was a really good choice.
Yeah, they look like weird skellies you would meet in the desert.
Mm-hmm. And then I like the little textures that you have on like the shields.
Yeah.
It looks like they've been worn and used for a really long period of time.
Also the spears. They look
Yeah. Looks like they've been used recently because
Yeah.
you've got the bright metal kind of on the edges. Really good job. I like this guy.
yeah.
Looks like he's wearing one of those full face masks where it's got like the little face underneath the helmet. I wonder if that's in the kit or if they substituted that out.
It might be a substitution. It seems like a somewhat weird choice to put in the pack.
Yeah, it seems like that would be even if it's a commander unit, you'd think they would still have like the skeleton. So I wonder
Yeah.
if they took like a Roman legionnaire head and stuck it on the skeleton. But it makes it look really interesting
Yeah.
in this pool of little Skelly boys.
I just feel like they have a lot of personality, all of them. Like
Yeah.
the faces and poses.
This little guy's like, I'm gonna get you. I wonder what manufacturer did this kit, because that's a really cool kit.
Yeah.
But that is the last one for March. I have to think.
Cool.
This year is blasted past.
Yeah.
But we had some excellent work last month.
We did. And I feel like we're gonna see a lot more this month with the Spring Has Sprung competition and everything.
Yes, I'm very excited to see what choices people make,
Yeah.
because I know a lot of our painters like to choose like saturated or desaturated colors and things like that. So I wanted to see what people do when they have to do full saturation on something.
Yeah. Get people out of their comfort zones.
It's completely not because I'm personally a big fan of
No,
fully
no,
saturated color. Not at all. No.
We would never do something just for our own sake. Never.
I didn't make the challenge around something I wanted to do. But all right, well, I don't know who's going to be doing it next month, but
Yeah.
we'll see you in a month.
Yeah. Have fun and keep painting.
Keep painting. Have fun with it. Bye.
Bye.